same time because I love hanging out with you because you are sharp. I mean, like sharp, like super duper sharp, and I love that. And talking to you, I mean, you, like I said, you had the idea early. I mean, you're doing all sorts of stuff. So let's talk about that. Where did it come from first?
Well, first, thank you for having me here and welcome everyone. It's nice to see you this morning. It came from my mother, to be honest with you. My mom is one of 12. I have 75 first cousins. There's 6 women. My grandma had 6 girls, 6 boys. And if you met my mother, you would probably say the same things about her. At a very young age, I remember my grandma telling me, when people look at you, the first thing they're going to see is a woman, and they're going to see you as an African American, period. You can either let that be an excuse to why you don't succeed, or you can use that and move it forward, knowing that that may be an obstacle, but it's not really if you understand what people are looking at when they see you. She probably said that to me in middle school. I had no clue what she was talking about. But as I got older and I started educating myself and I started looking at the environment around me, I understood exactly what she was talking about. So as I went on to the University of Connecticut, I started planning for my career after school while I was in school. And it's funny how we can walk in a room as athletes and all the lights are on and everybody wants to shake your hand, but I would see ex-athletes that would come around who won national championships or would be in the building and people would be like, oh, hey, that's so-and-so, and walk by them. So I was always looking at what I needed to do to prepare myself for after. When I came into the WNBA, I knew right away that women weren't making a lot of money, but I knew that I had my degree in communications. I knew that I wanted to be in television. I also knew that I wanted to start my own company and do a number of other things. So for me, the hustle began as soon as they said Swing Cash drafted number 2 to Detroit. It was like, all right, let me look at the roster. Who's in Detroit? Who's the mayor? Who's this? Who's doing that? All right, this is our coach, Bill Laimbeer. So you guys saw Isaiah, but I was shaking Isaiah's hand my rookie year while he was coming to Detroit. They were like, oh, Isaiah Thomas is here. I remember him, bad boy. Let me go say hi. And it really wasn't about anything but networking. And I started realizing that in order for me to be in certain positions and have opportunities, that I needed to make sure that I met certain people, that I stayed engaged with them. And those opportunities now are coming to fruition because people are saying, oh, I remember you, and we kept in contact. Oh, you want to have this opportunity? Well, I know so-and-so. And I think I learned all of those things like on the go. So now, yes, I'm covering television, MSG Network, covering the Knicks. I'm on CBS Sports doing the first all-women sports talk show.
Let's give it up for that.
One of the most rewarding things for me is to have a phone call like Rusha probably gets. I can get a phone call from overseas at 1 o'clock in the morning from a player that's like, I'm thinking about retiring, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about that, and I'm able to help them. I made a firm choice to pass up on money, contracts overseas. What you guys may not understand is WNBA players, women, they play 12 months out of the year. Like the men, they have a long schedule, 82 games, but they're done in June. They have their summers to be with their family. A lot of women in the WNBA, as soon as they're done, within 3 days to a week, they're going overseas and play 6 months. And that's because they have to do that in order to have the means to have a certain income to survive, really, because the WNBA salaries aren't what they need to be. And I say to a lot of women, I made the choice at a really young age that I may only play 4 months overseas. The other 2 months I'm going to be here. I'm going to be doing an internship, or I'm going to be working for ESPN, CBS, whoever else, to make sure that I had a track record of work, like Isaiah said earlier, that when my resume came out, it didn't say Swing Cash, 14-year WNBA vet, and then nothing else under it. And what we're starting to realize today is that so many women are coming out and transitioning, and all they have is their experience in basketball and overseas, and they want them to start at the bottom as far as coming in and being interns and not really having that work experience. I didn't want to be that. My mother and my family, and I give a lot to my mentors that prepared me for that, but a lot of women don't have that. So for me, I live by the creed that to whom much is given, much is required. So I try to pour back and give back to a lot of other young girls through my foundation and through the work that I do. Because if we're not giving back and pulling other people along with us, then what are we really doing here on earth? So
Yeah.
that's